restaurants, the beauty, to financial side. We are looking for it all. Welcome back to Tears to Purpose Real Talk. I am one of your hosts, Elder Lakia Barnett, and it is so glad to be back before you. Another great week. We got another great show. And what's up,
co-host? Hey.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. So, how are y'all doing?
Excellent.
Doing great. Well.
Good. So it's so good to be back. Another great week. So we are going to kickstart this thing off real good. Y'all hear what I'm saying? This is real good. Okay. So anyways, before we get into all the shenanigans that we like to call, I need y'all to go ahead and share and pass this along to all your friends and family, even your enemies. They need it too. Amen. And tell them to go get their popcorn and go get their tea and soda and come on and sit down with us, because we're in for an interesting show. We got two heavy hitters in two different industries doing two different things, but they bosses for real. Okay. All right. So anywho, let's jump into the saying of the day. And I find this very interesting because I think this is for now. So what does it mean when it says, speak it until you see it? It's like an aha moment.
Yeah, manifestation. You manifesting.
That's it.
That thing, whatever that thing is, to take place or happen.
Yes. Speak it till you see it. So I want to encourage everybody that is watching right now and that will watch later, from whatever country and city you tuning in from right now. I want you to do exactly what this saying is saying. Speak it until you see it. Amen.
Yeah.
That's right.
Speak it until you see it. You know, shoot your shot. You understand what I'm saying? I love it. So before we bring on our very first guest, let me just say this. Surprise, surprise to Miss Hubbard. Tomorrow is her B-Day. And I love it. Y'all, listen, I love B-Days. I love birthdays. So that means that's the chapter opening of something new. So everybody that is watching right now, y'all better not leave off of here without putting birthday shout outs all up and down the timeline. Okay. So, but right now we have a surprise.
Hello, Mrs. Hubbard. It's Sonja Jeanette. I heard it was your birthday. It's a beautiful day, and I hope that you enjoy it. You're a beautiful woman of God. Enjoy this day to celebrate you and all that you have done where you are and abroad. Thank you so much. Happy birthday from Sonja Jeanette.
Happy birthday to you. Hi, Amber. This is Lisa Thornton, licensed financial coach. Just wanting to reach out to you and wish you the happiest of birthdays. I hope the sun is shining where you are and that you have an awesome day. Take care.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet. Oh my God. I didn't expect that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There is more coming. Okay. We're going to just hold that pause. Okay. So this is just celebration time. So you guys make sure you wish Miss Hubbard a happy birthday. We are ecstatic. She has been so good to us in so many ways with Tears of Purpose. We honor her. Amen. So we are going to move right along with our first guest, Keith Jones. Let me tell you something. He has had TV appearances on Bar Rescue Episode 2, Season 7. He was in the Let's Move campaign with Michelle Obama. Amen. And he has 2 books, Cooking Up Your Dreams and Well Done. Okay. So without further ado, let's bring him on in.
Hey, ladies, how you doing this afternoon?
Hey,
Hi.
Welcome.
Whoa. Let me join the crew. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Oh
Happy
my God.
birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Miss Hubbard.
Hubbard.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
And many
Thank you
more.
so much.
Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So I was running around earlier today and I couldn't make one of those beautiful videos like that, but I got you. I got you.
Right. Yes.
Thank
So
you.
we are so excited to have you. You're quite the ball of life like we is, so that's good. Okay.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we are definitely going to jump into this interview. So I'm going to turn you over to Miss Hubbard and we're gonna rock and roll.
Well, I'm just going to say welcome again to the show. We appreciate you coming on. I hope you had a good day. So I want you to tell us a little bit about your journey.
Okay, well, my journey is kind of like very unique from the perspective of I was born and raised in Detroit. And instead of me going into the plant or the military or jail, I was fortunate enough to go into the kitchen. And that was a direct connection between my grandmother and my mother. So thank God that I'm a mama's boy. So that took me right into the kitchen. And the rest, as they say, is history. And you could read about it in a couple of the books. So we start off with Cooking Up Your Dreams. Boom. We start off with that one. And then Hot Off the Presses. I'm talking about hot. And this is no pun intended. I'm talking about the kitchen. Hot off the presses. We have Well Done. And I want everybody from the sound of my voice to praise the person who took me over the top. And that is Valerie Lewis Coleman and Queen Bee Publishing. Let me say that again. Valerie Lewis Coleman, Queen Bee Publishing. Look her up because she is doing beautiful things for aspiring authors like me. Praise God. Yes.
Amen. you listen, you part of us. I mean, because you out there, so you part of us. I'm trying to tell you, you fit right in with us.
Well, you know, I'm
Oh
trying.
my
I'm
God. So
trying to do my part.
basically, I mean, you kind of almost answered. Okay. You basically answered my question. The question I was going to ask is, well, part of it. When did you realize you wanted to be a chef and who inspired you? You answered part of that, but first part, when did you realize you wanted to be a chef?
You know, I went into the kitchen 17 right out of high school. And at the time it was a job. And my mother and my grandmother inspired me as a younger kid, and I didn't know it at the time. And then I went to work in a professional kitchen, and my mentor, bless his heart, I love this man. His name is Edward Janos. He got me right when I walked into that kitchen, and he asked me two questions. He says, Keith, do you want to work? I said, yes, sir. He says, Keith, do you want to work hard? I said, yes, sir. So that was on a Friday afternoon. He says, be here Monday. Now I stayed with him for over 10 years, and he is my mentor, but he kind of like inspired me. And maybe 6 years into us being together, I said, hey, I'm his right-hand man. I can make a living doing this. So boom, I'm in, all in.
Excellent. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Well, I was lucky because I didn't take the formal education path. I took the on the job training path, and on the job training path that is was very beneficial for me in my life at that time.
Yeah, that can be the best best thing there is on the job training. I mean, you got everything right there. So there you go. And look at you
I had,
today. Hey,
I had everything right there and some. I had everything
yes.
right there and some. I'm gonna say it one more time. I had everything right there and some.
Okay, okay. I love you. I'm trying to tell you, I just met you, but I love you to death. I love you. Wow. That's excellent.
Well, if you want to get some more Chef Keith, all you have to do is go to my website, Chef, K is in Keith, D is in David, J is in Jones.com. And then you can just reach out. You have connection to me, and then we can start communicating because this is it. We coming out of this pandemic. You're talking about Phoenix rising from the ashes. The pandemic has been so good to me, so good to
All
me.
right.
It's so good to me, and partly because Queen V Publishing. That's how she put it down. I'm just letting y'all know, Miss Valerie Coleman. Woo woo.
All right. Thank you, Miss Coleman. We appreciate what you did for him. Okay, I'm gonna turn you over to Lakeisha so she can ask her questions. I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How you doing, Keith? Thank you for joining us, and I love your energy. People that cook food, I appreciate them being happy because if they're angry, you never know how it will turn out. So appreciate that, and for you being your genuine self. So I'll hop right into it. As far as your passion for cooking, what would be some of your staples or dishes that you just love to make or you came up with on your own, or put it like this, basic dishes that you cook and you put a little twist on it, or a little bit of your favorite dishes?
Oh man, it's almost like we've been otherworldly connected because I'm so glad you asked that question. So I'm gonna give you a little background. My mother and my father were born and raised in Macon, Georgia. So I ain't got nothing but soul in me, straight up soul food. So that fried chicken and all that good fried stuff, yes, that's what I like. But
Okay.
since you asked, we got a event that we're launching August the 16th. It's gonna be, excuse me, it's gonna be a cooking event. Okay, and it's August the 21st. So I'm sorry about the wrong date. So it's gonna be a cooking event. Purchase the book and then log into the class and cook with Chef Keith. And you know what we're making? Fried shrimp with a watermelon and jicama coleslaw. So that little twist that you're talking about, we ain't putting no mayonnaise in this coleslaw. We're doing watermelon and jicama to balance out that fried, because you know Chef Keith try to eat healthy as much as possible, but I can't give up my roots. I just can't do it right now. I can't give up my roots. So the fried is what's happening. So the fried shrimp balanced out with the watermelon and the jicama coleslaw. You purchase the book. You
Okay.
log in for the session. Chef Keith gonna show you how to make it. We're gonna have a question and answer session. Come on, join me.
Wow, awesome. Sounds delicious. Anything else? Any other dish?
Listen, listen, when I go back home, the very first dish that I made for my mother in her kitchen to let her know that I was a professional, because they didn't know what a professional chef was. They just thought I was like a cook at a hamburger joint. Bless their heart. The first thing that I did for my mother was a chicken strudel. And the recipe is in Well Done. It's in the book. The recipe, chicken strudel, is in the book. So when I go home to see my mom, family gathers around and I make that. It's a labor of love.
Wow.
I love to cook for my mother.
That is so awesome. So, you know the saying, what is the saying? A way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So that's the same thing for a woman as well. So keep cooking, okay? Keep burning, sir.
I'm going after it. And you know that's one thing, and you ladies all know this. That's one thing that is consistent in our kitchens of color is love. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, when they go into that kitchen and they cook, they don't shortchange. They don't make shortcuts. It's a labor of love, and they enjoy it, and they want people to sit down. Man, I want to put some weight on you. So they might look at you. They might see Chef Keith come in their kitchen. They might say, "Give me 2 weeks with that kid. I'm gonna put like 10 pounds on him because he don't look like he eating that much." But Keith is on the treadmill and Keith is walking. He trying to get it off. But kitchens of color are kitchens of love, and it's a beautiful thing because that's how we communicate. We communicate through our food.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then my last question is, because we are kingdom focused, for you, what do you try to focus on to give you that extra inspiration to continue to do what you do? As a professional chef, you accomplish so many different things, to remain humble, but also be proud of yourself in a way that you show others that it's okay to bask in success, but just remember and keep, God first, and everything else will fall into place.
Okay, so here's how I would answer that. With great power comes great responsibility. So it is my responsibility to give back. It is my responsibility to take on the kind of like the mantle and show everybody that here's something that you could do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the kitchen. It could just be any trade in general. But if you are true to it and you are true to yourself, you can succeed. You can overcome whatever the obstacles are. And I know every single day, every single second that I am blessed. And at any given time, I'm going to thank God. At any given time, I'm going to have my words with Jesus to say, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and continue to do to me. So never forget where you came from, and always don't shirk your responsibility to help others. Pass it on.
Yeah. Pay it forward. Awesome. Well, those are my questions. Thank you. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
Well,
Elder.
let me take this time out to say shout out to everybody that is watching and tuning in with us. Continue to share, share, share. I am just super excited tonight. This is just too funny, but it's so breathtaking and refreshing to hear about somebody in an industry like this that's really like honing in and really about the people, because we need people like you, especially in this shift that the world is getting ready to take. Let me just put that folk right there. The shift in the world that's getting ready to happen. We need more people like you to rise up and show us how to eat clean, show us what to eat, because there is a shift that's going to come. So I'm looking deep into this, more deeper than what the surface is showing, but we thank God for you. That's all I'm going to say. So that brings me to my question is, you've been in the industry for like 25 years plus, right? So
Correct.
it's like, how is it that your passion is still fiery like it is? Because how some people do things but then they get tired of it, but it's like looking at you, it's like it looked like you don't get, and I'm not saying that you don't get tired, but it's just looking like you love this thing so much. And I think that is very key, that whatever you're doing, love it to the fullest, because that's what's going to make it long lasting, when there's actually a passion behind it. But how do you do it?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that question, and here's how I would answer that. Okay, the short answer, I'm gonna give you the short answer, then I'm gonna give you a little longer answer. The short answer is, as you said, the passion. Okay, and when you have passion, every day is a joy. So I'm one of the lucky ones who I'm passionate about what I do. So love and work is the same thing. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is a more evolved answer. And I tell about this in the book. You see this coin right here? This coin represents what I'm trying to do, meaning the two most important days in your life are the day you was born and the day you find out why. Okay? So this coin represents the day that I found out why. And it's a beautiful story. It's in the book, Well Done. You can go get it. But the snippet is a young soldier over in Japan gave me that coin when he came to one of my demos. And it completely blew me away because I thought it was money. And I told him, your money is not, I don't want it. It's not welcome here. And he said, it's not money. And I put it in my pocket and I went on about the rest of my day. And then coming around to the end of the day, I found out what the coin represented. And I didn't think I was honored enough. So I wanted to give it back. But God blessed me. I took it, and everything that I've done this point forward is to try to honor what that young serviceman did to me. So every time you see me, I'm walking in his shadow, trying to live up to what he did for me, because he established my why. So I found my why from that man at that trip. And you'll read about it in Well Done. So all you have to do is pick it up, and then the story will have more context. And we could talk about it when you attend the event on August the 21st, where you'll be cooking with Chef Keith. What is that? That fried fried shrimp with watermelon and jicama coleslaw. It's dope. DOPE. Dope.
You know, believe it or not, I just hear the words global. Global. That's what I hear when you talk. You are a vessel that somewhere in there you said, God, just go ahead and use me. And because of your obedience, I'm speaking this over your life. You will be global. Global. Touching so many hearts and so many stomachs across the world. You better hear what I'm saying. Listen. And it's so funny that your book is called Well Done. It actually reminds me of the song, and I danced off of this song in my very first play, Left Behind. And it was in there. The song Well Done by Erica Campbell. And it's just like I keep hearing that song playing over and over and over as you're talking. And I'm just like, this is funny. So tell us about that book. Why that title?
Okay, why that title? I'm gonna tell you, and hopefully this will have relevance to my audience because you know what I'm talking about. When I walked in that kitchen, I told you I was born and raised in Detroit, the ghetto of Detroit. I walked into that kitchen. It was the suburbs, a city called Birmingham. And all I knew, my whole family worked in the plant. So my whole objective was to get 90 days in because I thought I'd be covered. Couldn't nobody mess with me. I got the 90 days and you ain't gonna take care of me. I'm good. So I didn't eat or do anything, make waves or nothing like that. And as a person of color, that restaurant, we were doing full-on French cuisine. So it was completely foreign to me, different. And I didn't eat like that. So after my 90 days, I said, I'll go ahead and I'll take a meal. And so they said, okay, we're going to make you the employee meal. And I'm like, yes, I'm official. I'm going to get the employee meal. You know what it was? It was filet with green beans and rice. And they gave it to me before I was done cleaning my station. So it took me about 4 or 5 minutes. I cleaned the station. By that time, blood had leaked out from the steak. And I said, hey, chef, you got to cook this steak more for me. He said, how you like it? I said, I'll eat my steak well done. He said, that steak is a perfect medium rare. That's the way you should eat it. And then I said, okay, these green beans, they too crunchy. I need them like they come out the can. He said, those green beans are perfect al dente. That's the way you're going to eat them. And then I said, hey, chef, can I have some gravy for my rice? He got so close to where his feet and toes touched my feet and toes. And he said, if you ever call my sauce a gravy again, you will be fired. Now, he was messing with me at the time, but I didn't know it. And of course, when I said, I want my steak well done, a lot of people laughed at me. And I'm like, okay, that's you know, it was hurtful at the time, but I didn't know any better. And so now when Chef Keith drops the mic or drops the knife and walks off the stage, everybody's going to say, well done. Oh, that was well done. That performance was well done. So it's an evolution from being humiliated and laughed at because I ate my steak well done to where now you're going to give it up to me and say, well done. Okay, so how did I go from there to there?
Excellent. Look, Miss Hubbard is oh, yes. So this is so good. So with all the success that you've had a chance to do many things according to your resume. So what is the advice that you will give an upcoming chef that maybe just starting out, not sure what to do? What is the advice that you will give them if they are listening or will go back and hear this later? What would be the advice that you would give to them?
The first thing is I would ask them to try to understand their passion. You know, to start right there. And hopefully, if they're in this industry and they want to make a career out of it, it's passion driven and nothing other than that. So start with the passion. And then secondly, I would say it's always great to find a mentor. And the younger generation, they are astute with networking themselves and marketing themselves by the Facebooks, the Instagram, and all the things that they do to kind of like network. So be open to that, because when I was coming up, I had to be better than Lakia. I had to be better than Lakeisha. I had to be better than Amber. You know, it wasn't a room for all of us to be good. And you're in competition only with yourself. So, you know, understand that it's room for everybody to be good. And as you said, the inflection point last made with George Floyd, the world changed. So be more accommodating, be more inclusive, be more open. And then lastly, whatever industry you're in, you're playing a long game. So try to set goals. Try to set goals for yourself so you will know your progress. Because, you know, are you trying to win a battle or are you trying to win the war? And for us, we're always trying to win the war, because the battles are going to come and go. But our people, we are always trying to win the war. And lastly, hopefully, you can create a situation where you have balance. So balance between your personal and professional lives. So when I started out, I wasn't that skilled. So I started out upside down as a workaholic. And I'm kind of like still that way. I try to be better with my balance, but this is an industry that'll take all you have and some. But I try to balance myself. So any young person, any person changing careers or anything like that, my advice to them would be, whatever you do, try to have balance between your personal and professional life. And that will pay dividends in the long run, things that we couldn't even talk about right now. But balance is critical.
So good. So much good, great nuggets on here. So why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you on social media, or how to follow you, how to get your book. Go ahead and let the audience know, because they gonna.
So we're looking at we'll probably be through the printer June. So you could go to my website, chefkdj.com, and it'll be books available there. And then at Chef KDJ, you can pick me up right there. But please, 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 we're in this environment to where people are coming out. People are coming out. People are coming out. And again, I want to praise Queen V Publishing. So any aspiring authors that are out there, please look up Queen V Publishing, Valerie Lewis Coleman. That woman is doing phenomenal work with aspiring authors like myself, as I said. And then chefkdj.com. Pick up Well Done. We have beautiful recipes and stories and advice in the book. And lastly, you can join us for the cooking event August the 21st where we're gonna make what we gonna make, Chef? What we gonna make? The fried shrimp with the watermelon and jicama coleslaw. That is to die for. Amber, you gonna love it. I already know you gonna love it because you got that big smile on your face. You gonna love it.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much, Chef Keith Jones, for joining us today on Tears of Purpose Real Talk. We had a ball with you.
Yes.
I'm sure the audience
Yes, we
did
did.
too. We thank you. Let us know about whatever else you have coming up. We know this won't be the last time we have you on the show, but let us know so that we can continue to support you in all that you are doing. So thank you so much for coming on here.
You're very welcome. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate the opportunity, and great job with all you're doing, and keep on bringing the love, keep on bringing the inspiration, because we need it. And lastly, we'll go out by saying, happy birthday, Miss Hubbard.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So we
wow.
changing gears. Y'all keep going. We are changing gears now. So now we are going to welcome Miss Candace Sherrill. Hey. Miss Candace. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hey.
Yes, we're so glad that you can join us. Y'all, she's dope. She really is. She is a woman of many husbands. That's all I can say. Y'all know when I start bringing out the street term,
Yes,
that's it.
yes.
Dope. Okay. Like a big, y'all know about them big glasses of Kool-Aid with that good Kool-Aid though. That's her. Amen. So we're gonna jump right into this interview. Much anticipation to sit down and chat with you a little bit. So I'll turn it over to Miss Hubbard.
Okay.
Hey, Candace, how are you?
All right. Happy birthday, by the way. You know my little
Oh,
one shares the
thank you
same
so
birthday.
much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're gonna start off letting you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I live in Central Texas in Waco, Texas. I'm a mother too. I'm a wife. I'm an author. I'm an illustrator. I own a magazine company. Um, I kind of wear many hats. So I do events and everything, and I tend to help people try to reach their full potential. So that's really my goal. My slogan is "Awaken the Diamond in You." So that's it's maybe more of a off the top of my head. I can't I can't even think of everything.
Yeah, well, like you said, you do wear a lot of hats. That is so true. I did read that. So you mentioned the Diamond magazine, Diamond Elite. So that was one of my questions. How did you come up with that name?
Well, the thing is, diamonds form under pressure, and so the magazine is all about entrepreneurs and small business owners. So, to come out and be your true potential, you have to become a diamond and become that under pressure. So, and I put elite in it because when we think of elite, we think of top dogs. So I wanted people, whoever's featured in the magazine, to know that they're a diamond and they're a part of the elite.
Excellent, excellent. So unique. That just brings to mind the word unique when you said all that. That's excellent. Okay. I really enjoy reading your bio. It's a lot in there. I'm not going to reveal it, but it's a lot in there. So I'm going to encourage you to continue to do what you're doing, because you helping someone else that's coming behind you and letting them know, hey, if she can do it, I can do it as well. So I congratulate you.
Yep.
And I just thank you so much. And I'm going to send you to Lakeisha because that's all the questions I have for you.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for coming on. I'm just gonna hop right into it. So we were talking about work-life balance in the interview before this with the chef Keith. So for you, would you mind sharing some tips about your work-life balance since you wear so many hats as many women do, you know, not to discredit men, but this girl gang right now.
Right. Well, thankfully, I've been on this road for a long time, and I was working a full-time job as well. Back in 2019, I was laid off, and ever since I've been a full-time entrepreneur. So the balance between all that is really, a schedule. I have to write down what I have going every day, what I need to get done, and still have time. I'm still doing virtual schooling. I haven't let the kids go back to school yet. So I'm keeping them out for the rest of this year. So I still have to do virtual schooling while being a mom, and then attending to my husband and all that good stuff. Luckily, he cooks more than me. He's a cooker of the bunch. So it's really just a time. Yeah, it's all about time. I value time. I always push that to people. I don't answer the phone after 5 p.m. I don't. It just has to be a balance. I run it. What I do, just like I'm working like a regular job, like a 9 to 5. So I have boundaries to where no, you cannot contact me after this certain period. So I want to let a lot of entrepreneurs know that out there, like you have to set boundaries with your time. So that's pretty much my balance.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's simple, but it works. So, oh, her signal dropped. But yeah, if you guys are tuning in, make sure you take those notes. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you're thinking about entrepreneurship, have those boundaries and have those schedules set, because it is very critical, and it's not easy. But we'll wait for her to come back on. Continue to like and share. Oh, here she go.
Put out there.
It happens sometimes, honey. We just roll with it, but thank you for sharing that. I definitely had to learn that myself, because I am a entrepreneur and a hybrid entrepreneur. So I still, work part-time, and I fund my business with my part-time job. So because I have to stay busy, and it's just never enough until the bank account hits 7 figures and 8 figures, then I can maybe relax for a little while. But definitely, thank you for sharing that. And then when it comes to self-care for you, after you've done all the business part of it with the kids and the hubby, what do you like to do as Candace to kind of kick back and relax and take care of yourself? She got to get in a spot that's lit.
Well, as we're waiting for her, because it seems like she dropped signal again.
Mm-hmm.
She is. Candace, you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, Lakeisha, you
You
probably
guys
gonna
hear
have to
me?
repeat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll repeat the question. So what do you do as far as
Okay.
self-care for yourself after you've taken care of everything for the business, wife, and doing things with the kids? What do you find yourself doing to as far as for self-care for you to relax and wind down?
Well, writing is a big part of my self-care. A glass of wine. I like to go get my facials and get my hair done, stuff like that. So I do believe in self-care, definitely, because doing all that we do as women in general is a lot to take on, and some people don't take that time to even you know enjoy yourself. How can you be the best person you can be if you're not taking care of yourself? So
Yes,
yeah,
that's exactly
what I
why I asked
do.
that. That's exactly why I asked that, because we pour so much into others and we give so much, and then we're completely empty or dry. And it's like, where is our refill? Where does it come from? But thank you again for coming on. Those are all of my questions. Elder?
All right. So, Miss Candace, you are definitely a woman with a lot of hats, but one thing in particular, I know for sure that you have an eye to design graphics. And that is amazing to
Yes,
me.
I didn't mention.
So,
Yes,
so
I
the
didn't
thing
even mention
about it
that.
is, and she had the lovely job of helping me with my ebook, y'all. So she's dope. Like when I say dope, like she's dope, and she moves very swiftly. She's about her business for real, and that's what I would definitely say concerning her. So, and I know that you are an author. So, what made you want to become an author?
Well, I've always been a writer. So like even back in elementary, middle school, I used to always write like these mystery type stories and all that. And I never put any of that out. But right after high school, I decided to finish. My genre is urban fiction. So that's when I first put my book out. Was like 4 years after high school. So I put that out and it did really well. I had to find my own ways to get it out there. Some people don't know that it's reviews are everything. So, but that was my big thing. I wanted reviews. So what I did was go on other people's um, the genre on Amazon and just went through to see who was like a big time reviewer, and I reached out to them individually and gifted my book in exchange for a review. So it's kind of like a learning thing. So I know that now, but yeah, that's what how I came to do that with getting that out there. I've got 3 books under my belt. But yeah, writing is just it's just a natural thing. So I always love to tell stories. So
Yes, indeed. So what are some tips very quickly that you can give the authors for people that are rising up into that mode? Um, what are some tips that you can give them? Because I think authors need to hear from other people that have kind of opened that door or have been there, done that, because I'm all about if you ain't got to go in that difficult route, if you don't got to, because somebody said, hey, I know another way for you to do this, so I won't have, you know what I'm saying? Like if I knew what I knew type thing, like what would be your tips to give them?
right. Well, the one that I just mentioned a while ago, with the whole reviews and getting to know, the big time reviewers, basically. Also, I would say to add more readers, and some authors, because other authors are gonna just be in your inbox like, oh, buy my book. But that's not what you want. You want readers. And if you do have authors on your page, have them share your book. You can share their book. It's just like a big networking thing, just like anything else. I would also say to make sure that your book is well edited, because grammar is a big deal. If somebody opens that book and you got typos and all this other stuff going on, they're going to shut that book right on it. I'd also say to have your cover design on point, maybe have something that pops, and also vendor events. There's a lot of vendor events for authors that's out there. So I would definitely say the biggest key is to network and market your book correctly. So that's a big deal, just with anything else that you're selling, because books are business. So that's my tips for that. And I actually have a lot of tips in my box, my apply the pressure box. I didn't even mention that.
Yes. So I saw that you have an event coming. Share that with the audience and also tell everybody how they can find you.
Okay. So I have apply the pressure event coming up. I actually have my box. I want to show it on here, but it's a box. So it's the launch for that. And basically, what it is what you were saying a while ago, that if I'm already on this journey and I want to give a hand up. So when I was first starting off, I had to research everything basically. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have someone just telling me what to do and to do it. I found it all out on my own. So that's the reason I'm doing this event with speakers of like-minded people who have applied the pressure themselves, because there's a lack in our community with professionalism, a lack of knowledge, there's a lack of just knowing how to network properly and all that. So I'm just putting this together just to put people on and let them know the ropes, because there's so many people now that want to be entrepreneurs, but they just don't know how to get their foot in the door. They don't know the accurate steps to properly set up their business. So it's just a lot. But it's June 27th. And you can find more information about it on my magazine website, which is www.donelitmagazine.com. Because About the Pressure is a product of Him & Co., which is Don Elite Magazine and Company. So it's on there. And if you're in the area, come on out. It's a free event. So that's all I have for that.
Well, we thank you so much, Candace, for coming on here and giving us some tips and sharing your world with us. I definitely will be promoting your event. So if you pass me the information, I'll go ahead and promote and keep promoting up until your date. Because, you know, it's all about connecting and locking arms in this season, you know, and we want to help each other out. Amen. So I speak blessings upon you and your business. Thank you so much for all that you do in the creative arena. I just keep saying this is a year for the creatives. You will be surprised the doors that we open in this season for creatives, period. So thank you so very much for coming on and joining us today. Woo.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so we will see
I'm
you
gonna
soon.
have to, can you, and after this, can you send me the link as well? I can share more and have other
Yes,
people maybe
will
come on that
do.
would want to join.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Okay.
Thank you. So you guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We celebrated Miss Hubbard's birthday. Her birthday is actually tomorrow, but we wanted to kick it off. And also, you guys prepare for this play that's about to drop. Why didn't I listen? Dropping June 5th virtual style. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. Virtual style. So make sure that you connect with me by emailing me at barnettlakia@gmail.com. Letters. And to RSVP and the cost for the play, it's only $7, y'all, virtual. Y'all can pay that up the street at McDonald's. Stop playing. Okay. For those of y'all that screamed about that $7. But get your families in the building, in the virtual building. It will kick off with a great pre-show starting at 5:30 p.m. on June 5th. Y'all do not want to miss this, okay? Get all your peeps up in there. You guys can cash app the ministry's cash app $, here's the purpose, all capital letters. Get your RSVPs in so we can start the list and make sure we know who's coming in the virtual room. Okay, so we are excited about this, y'all. Okay, we are excited. Yes, VP, we can't wait. It's going down. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Why didn't I listen? Why did you listen? I don't even know. But somebody gonna listen after this play is over. So we love y'all. We will be back next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you to both of our guests, Chef Keith Jones and Candace Sherrill.
Bye.
Experts, Christian relationship experts, that is. People in ministry that have a phenomenal story, all kinds of business owners from restaurants to beauty